All right, so we caught that, and the last one I wanted to ask about, replicators. What's up with that?
Well, this is my big one, too, because, I mean, you can't create matter out of nothing.
Nope.
You know, they at least still uphold that in the Star Trek universe. So theoretically, something has to be the main substance that they're using to replicate food or whatever. Something that versatile. Now, there is a cooking show called Good Eats, and in season 3, okay, so I don't know how far off the rails I'm going right now, but in season 3, it's hosted by Alton Brown. Alton Brown proposed that the replica must be holding tofu, because that's the only substance so versatile that contains as many nutrients as needed to sustain life possible that is being transmutated into all the different foods that the replica makes.
I could totally see that, because you often hear them talk about, like, you know, they get a turkey or something, and not quite the same, but, you know, whatever. Now, on Discovery, you know, they push that ship another 1,000 years into the future. Mm-hmm. And the Federation's kind of like on its back foot, gotten its ass kicked. It's like hiding out from other people. Yeah. After the season goes by, they bring in the head of the Orion criminal syndicate. Mm-hmm. And she's eating an apple, and the Admiral of Starfleet or Grand Admiral or whatever that position is says to her, he's like, "Hey, what do you think of that?" And she's, "Oh, it's pretty good." And he goes, "That's our shit." So he literally says that, like, their waste products are part of what they get food from. So now I went and read some stuff on, and I should have probably taken notes at some point, but on Memory Alpha, they said that basically, you know, there's the stores of some kind of proteins that they use this, you know, and it can be used to replicate similar to whatever you're asking for. And then everything that's not used, including the cups, plates, and forks and napkins, are then broken back down by the same technology and put back in the stores. And then when they said that about the waste product, now my background is plumbing, Dave, and I honestly believe one of the only things that separates human beings from other animals is plumbing. Because, you know, it's a sanitation thing. You know, we wash our hands, we move our waste product away by actually moving it away. So when you show me something in fiction, I often look at things and go, okay, so what's the sanitary process? Where does everything go? And now that the fact we've never actually been shown toilets on the Enterprise makes a lot more sense.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And ew, but gotcha.
Yep. But you figure water reclamation on something that big, just, you know, everything that would be involved in every step of keeping that ship that size running and processes working and water flowing and just everything in there. You would have to recycle everybody's urine and air moisture and everything else you can get your hands on, and hope that you keep the system sealed enough that you have enough fresh water on hand once it's clean that you'd be able to still go. So now I'm a firm believer that everything on board the Star Trek ships is recycled.
Well, see, you just bring another weird question for me. Mm-hmm. It's like with the holodeck, when they're in water, it's like actual water. Where is that coming from? So, like, are they being able to just create water on command?
That's a good question. Because you know what? I remember in one of the episodes, somebody falls in it and they're like, and they come out and they're actually wet and they're shocked that they're still wet. Because that hasn't been traditionally part of the holodeck.
Right. So, but there you go. So maybe they're not. Maybe they have synthesized, you know, water somehow.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's just hydrogen and oxygen. True. Literally two of the most available things that we can find. Well, one of the absolute, it's hydrogen's everywhere. Right. And it appears oxygen is in more places than we realize.
Yeah.
But, you know, you get the ram scoops at the front of the ship, on the front of the nacelles. I bet you they get all sorts of hydrogen. Mm. That's a good question, Dave. I'm going to have to put that in my notes.
Good.
We may have to come back to that one.